Hey there guys, player versus environment here. I am Flavored and right now I will be going for the Cultists Refuge, the third dungeon of the Exiled Realm of Arborea game. Playing my Berserker level 37 right now with the item a level of 75. This dungeon becomes available from a level 35, excuse me, with the item level of 65. But a thing to note here is that, oh my god, I'm getting pummeled by these mercenary mystics. But one thing to note here is that compared to the two previous dungeons of Sinestro Manor, as well as of course the Bastion of Locke, which were kind of introductory dungeons, well, this is where things start to get kind of serious. At least it is not as easy in difficulty, or rather in damage, that your opponents will be dealing as two previous dungeons were. If you are going here as a level 35, well, barely hitting the requirements to enter and queue for this dungeon, it would be best if you update your gear to the best possible from the brokerage, because you can easily get level 33 blue items, for example, at a cheap of a price. Seriously, like chest pieces, blue chest pieces, weapons, and well, basically any armor possible go for 3-5 gold an item. This is really enough. And otherwise, if you are just item level 65 or even 70, you will feel the wrath of this dungeon, that's for sure. And this is something that your team might really not like. Anyway, the quests for this dungeon become available at level 37 only, so while you can actually get inside this level 35 and start trying to farm your gear, which becomes available only from level 38, you will not be able to grab any quests for this place. But right now I'm level 37 and I was able to grab as a quest right outside the entrance area to this dungeon, which is well, let me first finish fighting these mercenary guys, which look more like skeletons to me, and I suppose nobody fed them in this place. So let's see. I was able to grab one of the quests outside. They all show their level 38. I think it's called... no, wait a second. It's called Dark Beings, and you can grab this quest just outside the entrance to this dungeon. As well as I was able to grab 3 quests in the first entrance area in this dungeon. There are 4 NPCs standing in this small area here, small intersection, crossroads, call it whatever you like. And 3 of them provide you quests which you pick up once you are eligible. But anyway, let's look at the layout of this place anyway. As you can see, it's a lot of small rooms, and it is not as straightforward as the previous dungeons were. You have a lot of backtracking to do in this place. And a lot of stuff to kill. Honestly, look at this horde of demons. The first central room opens the door to the east area, which we are exploring right now. You just go into that room full of spiky traps. Immediately reminded me of a Neverwinter, which is going strong right now. You touch an obelisk there once you dispatch of all the enemies, and well, the door opens, allowing you to go to the eastern area of this dungeon. And eventually you make your way to this room, which is populated, aside from the other guys, with four of these stone crusher golems. These guys do not move, but instead, when attacked, they're swinging to whatever it is. They're just swinging it. And well, once you are hit by it, you are slowed down, as well as you're continuously taking damage with the increased chance of being knocked down. So the best idea to just leave them alone. They do not really give experiences, and there is no quest to do anything with them. So the best idea is to just not touch them. But if you touch them, just ignore, just leave them alone. Unless, of course, you want to specifically kill them for whatever reason. This guy over there was first blocking this exit from the room, but the tank pulled him away, which is a good thing to do, of course, so he doesn't make a trip or whatever. In the next room is absolutely skippable here, unless you've got a quest. In this case, I do not seem to have it yet. But you can interact with that ranger over there, who is currently trying to fight one of the mercenaries. And it starts a protection mission, where you will have to protect that ranger from attackers, pretty much like the challenges you've encountered in the game, involving teleports and stuff. For 5 minutes, you will have to keep the girl alive. So if you're ask your team first if they want to do it, well, basically everyone agrees that the quests come first in these dungeons, but sometimes, of course, people are not prepared to just waste another 5 minutes in this place. Let me talk to the girlie here. I don't think...
Victory for Valkion.
Well, monsters are everywhere, she says, but I do not have any other dialogue options, unfortunately. I suppose I will have to do these quests sometimes later. Okay, you buddies, mercenary reavers, you're starting to annoy me. They swing these axes so damn ferociously. Okay, these guys go down. Well, if by some chance one of my allies needs to do this quest, I will showcase it anyway. And it seems like they do. Yep, and as you can see, there is a timer in the upper right part of the screen. That's how long you have to hold out here. So let's show these mercenaries, these wardens here, what we're made of. Remember, you have to be careful here. If you have undergeared, underleveled party members with you, it might prove a little bit difficult. Always be prepared for it. And your item level here is something like 65, 70, as well as your character level is only 35. The monsters here and the bosses deal insane friggin' damage, something that you will feel straight from the first room. But it gets only worse with time, so you have to be careful if you're coming into this dungeon only meeting the basic requirements. Remember that in this game, while leveling, the gear is everything. The gear differences between each tier are huge, as well as a level means quite a lot. Your character is absolutely different going from level 34 to say 36. It's a huge world of difference. You have to remember that. There is an extreme power gap between each two levels in this game. Keeping your gear updated is a must if you want to stay an effective dispatcher, if I can call myself that, or anyone that. Dispatcher of monsters. And here comes the third wave. Let's kick their butts quickly. These guys are dangerous. They're especially dangerous for the lower levels. I forgot, what's this mystic spell called? As you can see, they stagger you easily. And whenever there are 5 of them casting this crap, well, you are bound to be unhappy. Strength dies, well, sorry, I do not agree with that. Just look at my HP and how quickly it falls without intervention of a healer. This is dangerous, even for me. Oh my god, seriously, it's time to heal me. I was getting scared for a little bit. Oh my god, let me get out of this. Get out of these draining circles. They can seriously get a problem for you. At level 35, I would definitely be dead already. 4th wave already. We haven't even dispatched the 3rd one yet. Well, there we go. They're gone. And here come 3 Reavers. But basically, the next wave will be the last one. Okay, taste my axe. It's on to the debuff on me. Yep, I'm stunned and cannot do anything. Need a cleanse. Fall down, buddy. I picked up bicycle's cure, huh? Okay, one last wave is about to come, and after that, of course, this quest completes you will be happy to continue with this dungeon. This quest really makes your run kind of longer. Not really kind of, it does make it longer. These guys are nasty, especially if they for some reason decide to chain stun. Oh my god. And I was just about to spin for the win, but it did not happen. Okay, stop running, you little wraiths. Well, actually, now that I think about it, not so little. They're pretty huge, they're bigger than all of us. There we go, 1 second left and this quest is complete. Well, if I had it, I would be able to interact with the girl again, but I did not. I did not have the quest, so oh, there is something blue lying around here. I don't think there is anything else of particular use. So let's go ahead and go towards the first actual boss of this dungeon, after which the door to the western part will be open. Okay, the door to this room is closed, but all you have to do is interact with this obelisk here, and there we go! There is a body with a huge mace, or rather with a huge flail, waiting for us in here. What we're gonna be doing is standing behind this guy constantly. He has a few AoE attacks, but most of the time he just jumps around and swings his mace in front of him. If the tank is decent, well, right now this is probably one of his most dangerous AoE attack, when he swings his flail above his head and a red circle appears under him. It's best to run out of it, or use your blocking abilities, because it is always a frontal attack, it seems. Okay, he can also summon small adds, but they are hardly a problem. A good tank would knock this guy off his feet whenever he spots like this, yeah, like this right now. Whenever a tank spots him swinging or rotating his flail above his head, he just knocks him off his feet, and that interrupts that cast. Otherwise, all the melee and even all the ranged who are standing in close proximity. Have you seen my HP drop right now? Well, this is damaging, and it can easily kill anyone who is under-geared or under-leveled. Whoops, didn't exactly block it. And it can crit too, I tell you. Once it crits, you will not be happy. Not be happy whatsoever. Feel the mercy of my iron mace. Yep, as you can see, it can easily be blocked. It's always a frontal attack, which cannot be said for the AoEs of the other bosses. Okay, there is a great sword. Let me put on some music. Should I? Okay, that's what I really want, some earrings, because I don't really have any good earrings on me. But that's exactly what I do not win. I'm such a loser when it comes to loot. Anyways, let's go and turn in that quest that I've completed. Since we have to backtrack to the center of this dungeon anyway. The design of this place really reminds me of the Dungeons and Dragons settings. I think both Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter games, as well as Planescape Torment, had places designed like that, with the debris and the parts of the interior suspended in the air. Kind of classic, but at the same time a pretty well-made design. Have nothing against it. Feels really interesting and captivating, at least to some extent.
Speak to you. Listen.
Alright, I dealt with at least one of the quests, and what else do I have to do here? Let's see. Dark Beings, I finished that. I didn't really check for the cultist weapons. I think I skipped some of them. In the previous rooms there were some weapons crates, but usually I ignored them. I think I seriously forgot them. Let's deal with these guys and just go and quickly check if that is indeed the case. Okay, as this room here, as well as the one which I'm going to go back to, they cannot be skipped. So this room here, as well as this room here, you cannot just avoid fighting mobs in there, even though it might look like you can. But the problem is that at the exit of both of these rooms, there should be some weapon crates. Yes, 1, 2, and 3 on the over there. Yeah, almost forgot these things. Cultist weapon here at the exit of this room, as well as at the exit of that room, which I just left full of mobs fighting my party, shamelessly I must say, stands a cultist prelate. As soon as you attack that guy or try to go past him, he summons all the surrounding mob packs, and I'm pretty sure this is something you would not want to be fighting all at once. Okay, it doesn't look like my party is experiencing problems. They're all high enough leveled. I've also completed this quest here. It doesn't look like I have access to anything else. So let's just go ahead and rejoin my party, who have decided to avoid some fighting, I think. Or maybe not, actually. They're slowly aggroing these guys. I know, they've been waiting for me. That's very nice of them to save something for me to damage. Let us stack up on the MP. Regarding the bosses though, this dungeon has 3 bosses, as well as 1 optional boss. What the hell is this engagement ring? don't really want it. I had no chance to clear out my inventory when the queue popped. Didn't feel like declining it simply because my inventory was clogged. So here I am with the pockets full of stuff. I have nowhere to place more items. Killer, I could use some attention here. If you would please, because I'm kind of dying. Thank you. Alright, these guys are going down. Whenever you're facing a pack of mobs and one of them is a mercenary prelate, meaning one of these guys, you would probably want to focus them first, because not only they've got the powerful attacks, but they can also AoE kills their allied mobs. Like right now, have you seen him restoring his HP? Seriously. This is not a cool ability to go against, so take them down as quickly as possible. Take that, you friggin' mercenary prelate. And get another book of Abyss. It seems like the guy who was writing these books got a little bit pencil happy, you know. He wrote so many of them. He's like one of these writers from the old times. Oh my god, he keeps dodging it. Can you see it? He keeps running away. Freaking Berserker is so slow. Probably low-level Berserker is the most horrible character to come here as. When I came here first as level 35, I experienced all sorts of discomfort, if you can call it that. It was feelings of humiliation, shame, feeling of uselessness, all this stuff. At one point I was like, okay guys, you do it as for people, because I just keep getting one shot. I was like coming in here as the top, as pretty much the top gear I could have had at the moment. Level discrepancies here sure can be a pretty damn devastating. Okay, I finished the quest here. As you can see, there is a star visible on the minimap right now, but I'm not going back to there just yet. Ouch. Because I'm about to be punched in the face. Beware of these energy balls. They really can do some plastic surgery on your face, and you still want to stay pretty, I assure you. Okay, Cultist Arcanist, that's about time you stopped casting your friggin' spells. These guys. Couple of Lancers patrolling this staircase here, which actually contains a closed door to the optional boss. This door cannot be opened right now unless you have a quest. There is a specific quest which allows you to interact with that stone right here. See, it has a green name, which allows you to interact with the stone and break it. then the door to the optional boss will be open right away. But otherwise, you first have to go all the way and defeat the final boss of the dungeon, and then this door will be open. You can just backtrack here and tackle the optional boss, which is quite an epic fight, I'm telling you. That is exactly the fight which makes this whole dungeon worth it. Not that it's boring, I mind you, overall, but that particular fight is really cool. Good music, awesome enemy, quite a few interesting mechanics, especially if you are a melee class. It makes you to stay on your toes. And just overall, it's pretty cool. All the fights, all the boss fights in this game, especially when the bosses are huge and just badass looking, are really cool. If anything, this game is really great at boss fights. Ouch, these two guys died just before I was able to kill them. They died sooner. Didn't exactly focus the prelate there, but well, we just had the DPS to ignore him. Sometimes you might not have that, so it's best if you focus on him. Otherwise, he might just continuously heal his party. Or his allies, not sure if they're partied or not. Took some damage there, thanks to the priest for killing me. Actually, to the mystic. I've just noticed that we're running this with a mystic instead of a priest. Well, doesn't matter, mystics are good as well. I guess I would have spotted sooner if I saw him or her dropping down motes, which wasn't happening up till now. And here we find a terrified woman in the middle, who says, "Please don't kill me," but we know that she is lying. And then suddenly she starts growing bigger. That's the effect of McDonald's, I suppose. What the hell is happening? And she turns into a high priestess here. And damn, is she dangerous. I'm telling you, you should not underestimate her. She has a cool conical AoE attack in front of her. So if you're a melee DPS or any DPS like right now, look at this. Stay behind her. Then she has a personal AoE attack like we've seen just now. It deals quite a lot of damage, and also it is not always frontal, so you should pick a proper position in there if you want to block it. As well, when she jumps up, like right now, she has a targetable AoE in front of her. If you get caught in that, you are bound to lose quite a few HP. If you're at level 35, 36, be especially wary of this attack she's making right now. You have to dodge it at all costs, otherwise your killer just might not be able to keep you alive. It also has a high chance of knocking you down, so this is never good. She's not a lady you would want to be befriended with. She's not a good person. So you have to put her down as quickly as possible. Oh my god, let me get out. Ouch, just look at how much... Oh my god! Have you seen that? Well, that's exactly what I was saying here. But I'm not going to revive right now because they are tanking her in probably the worst spot, because there is really nowhere to maneuver. You should not tank her like that. Melee DPS like myself do not have a chance to avoid her attacks if she's tanked at the wall. If you are ranged DPS and full of unranged DPS, you can do that. But like this, well, you've seen what happened there. I didn't really have a lot of chance to react. Who picked up the who picked up the ring? Seriously, I'm so unlucky. Oh, I did. That's good. But now I have 0. Okay, not to slow this down, I'll just use a runic panacea. But anyway, as soon as you take that down, you get to the last room of the dungeon. Well, it's not really the last room here, because we will be going for the optional boss as well. But the door opens to this room. It has the teleporter and the last boss as soon as you interact with that book that was here just a moment ago, but suddenly disappeared. I wonder, where did it go? And this thing here, whatever it is pretty dangerous as well, I'm telling you. It moves around the room at high speed, that's making melee DPSing quite complicated at times. It can teleport short distances, it has personal AoE, it has targetable AoE, it has a frontal cleave. And right now I blocked it, oh thanks God, because it really does devastating damage. It has a high chance of knocking down. Well, basically the set of effects should be getting used to every boss having from now on. It also has epic music here. I really love it. Personally, I feel like the optional boss should have had this music. Oh, and well, she has this attack. As soon as she says, I tire of these irritations, just run. It is a double personal AoE, which inflicts a holy crap load of damage as well as slows. Okay, basically I would have been dead right now if I was a little bit lower on my gear. So keep this in mind. Whenever you see I tire of these irritations, just run. Chances are you will not be able to dodge the first wave of AoE, but the problem is that it's a double attack. If the first wave you can survive, the second one will surely finish you off here, if you do not try to dodge it in some way. It is also doesn't seem to be blockable, or rather I don't know where exactly it originates for, because usually all my attempts to block it end up with me actually taking damage. Okay, I'm running low on heal, need to stack up a little bit. She has that rotation attack, which hits in 180 degrees. 180 degrees field. There goes the targeted AoE. Oh my God. I think I didn't notice her warning or something like that. I get too... Oh my God, no, not the best time to spin. Or I'm not sure, for some reason she didn't use... Oh, there we go. Something is different with how she's using her attacks right now. But she is down on that note, and let's see what's she dropping. Some good scepter for a mystic, as well as something else. Let's see. Oh, great axe of the Forsworn. I do not have any space, so let's throw this Grace in Favor away. and pick up. That's nice to see this for us. Also a staff for a priest. And there is another quest objective here, or rather was until it was destroyed. Greaves of Deceit. That's one of the items that don't exactly fit in my inventory there. Let's throw away this bandage to pick them up. Let's backtrack. But if you intend to leave this dungeon, the teleporter is just ahead in this room. There are quite a few quests, of course, I'm missing right now, but well, you will have to figure it out yourselves once you actually hit level 38. For now, we'll just be going for the optional boss, which is you'll be seeing in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! A huge and mighty friggin' Argon. According to the lore, it's these guys are our grave enemies, and this is what the whole war in TERA is about. The Argon. Cannot say it in a dreadful voice, I suppose. Not a voice actor, am I? But anyway, as soon as the guys assemble here, someone's going to turn in a quest and pick up another one. We'll be fighting this huge winged. Actually, he's not. Well, he is winged. He has some sorts of wings as well as 2 pairs of arms with 6 fingers, no less. These bigger ones. 2 swords. Well, he is some hell of a creature. I not sure if I could dream up something like that. These Koreans, I'm telling you, these Koreans, they have imagination beyond our understanding. Let me warm my old bones at the campfire here. Actually, what am I saying there? Not all at all. Look at how pretty I am. And I've got a little fairy protecting me. How many times have I been here, by the way? Dungeon stats. 7 times. This should be the 8th, I suppose. Okay, and it seems like everyone's here, so let's go. This guy has everything as the last bosses. Well, he has an interesting attack where he summons copies of himself, which have all the same... Oh my god, all the same attacks as he does. So, but instead, it's they're only temporary. So whenever he says all that is not Argon shall perish, you should be running away from the middle, because there will be, I think, 5 copies of him spamming middle with all kinds of AoE attacks. And this is not something you want to be, you want to get caught into. This would be like a tornado or an earthquake. Except for that will not be a natural disaster. But it could be avoided. Has his 180 degrees AoE. And right now he's about to summon. Oh yes, all that is not Argon shall perish. You just run away from the middle. It's best not to touch these guys. They should disappear in just a few moments. I think if you attack them, they stay for longer. As you can see, they fall to their arms and just disappear. And that is when you can continue with the boss. Of course, the tank in the meantime should be keeping aggro. Everyone else should be avoiding the AoE, otherwise it's quite easy to die here. Oh my god, let me run away. Oh I'm taking damage. It's better if you keep me alive. Holy crap, why do you keep seriously, this is the worst position you can face this boss as a melee DPS. I've got very limited angles of dodging his attacks. Basically, all the time I end up being attacking him right straight into his face, and that is really not good. Oh shit. I need some healing, otherwise I'm dying. I need some healing, Mystic. Mystic heard me, I suppose. He's not using his modes. I do not understand this kind of Mystic which doesn't drop his modes when he should be. Come on. Come on. I just do not want to die, seriously. This is quite silly to still be dying in this dungeon after like 8 runs. But I already did, and it was a little bit embarrassing, you know, in front of all you guys. 35% remaining. Oh, this is going well, of course, even though it was kind of close a few times. But I'm back to full, I have some MP. I'm ready to keep on fighting. He's about to jump. Oh my god. He's enraged. What could be worse than an enraged Argon? Oh shit, it's time for me to get out of the middle. As you can see, it's about to get populated. Let me heal off this guy. He's about to disappear. Don't you see how epic this fight is? This is really what makes this game worth playing. These fights, they're all so damn cool. Maybe it's just my my fascination being a first-time player, but seriously, this is so very well made. Am I out of MP? Oh, holy crap, yes I am. And this guy goes down, and I get, well, maybe it won't be me, but no, it will be me. Let's throw this way. I didn't get these Scion Greaves, and overall this was a nice nice run for me in terms of loot. Get quite a few nice things. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this run. And even if you didn't, well, I will try to do better next time, I promise you. I am going to backtrack to the beginning of this dungeon to turn in quests, but basically this is it. If you have nothing left here to do, like turn in any quests, you are free to leave this dungeon either through the teleporter or just by leaving your party, which gets you immediately teleported outside. Anyway, subscribe at youtube.com/dailypve. It was flavored, and I wish you all a good day. Once again, I was playing TERA The Exiled Realm of Arborea, and this was the third dungeon of the game called Cultists Refuge. Anyway, see you guys in my future videos, or maybe my past ones. I suggest you go ahead and browse through my channel. Maybe you will like some of the other videos I put up. You will surely like them. There is just no other way.